Well, hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Vintage Modeler channel. I'm your host, Landon Montgomery, and today we are going to be looking at this really cool replica of the Spindrift from Land of the Giants. That's right. It is from the Gambody Spindrift. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, whether it's Gambody or Gamebody. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but for now I'll call it Gamebody. You know, the Spindrift that we've been seeing on the Gambody website, I got this off of eBay as a kit, and I built it up. It's roughly about 20 inches long that I did for my client, Jim, that I'm fixing to send out to him, but I wanted y'all to check it out. It is, as it is, you know, a very unique piece, a very unique little replica, and it's a very nice little model. It's all made from, I think, PLA, filament printed, everything, including the tier. Yeah, including the tier. But without further ado, let's get to checking this thing out and seeing what we got. Thank you so much for watching, and folks, I believe we're going to have a good little episode. So sit back and let's enjoy this Spindrift and see what all is inside it, all right? Let's do it. This right here is the Gambody Spindrift, the 1/32 scale Spindrift, which is this one not put together. There's a lot of stuff to it. What we are doing is just we're just kind of overviewing everything. So this is all your clear parts. Very cool. More clear parts. There's your grids and stuff like that. This is bottom, middle. Of course, this is your top shell here. Interior, stand, part of the stand right there. Exterior, bottom, and then you've got all these little interior parts. I encourage y'all to get one if you're interested in stuff like this. Okay, so my client Jim requested that this thing be completely battery operated, meaning completely independent from any kind of wiring or anything like that, which is the way that's the way I work too. I don't like stands. I don't care for stands that aren't removable, and I don't care for wires because I like to pick the things up and as if, you know, they're the real thing. And so that's what he wanted, and so I accommodated. This being the size that it is, I was able to accommodate that. So lift off the top lid, and we got this interior. Now the whole interior, everything was filament printed and was somewhat a little bit rough. You know, turn these lights on. So this button right here turns the interior lighting on. But this is the Gambody Spindrift. Very, very nice little model, I'll tell you. Very nice. Okay, and then this button right here, I'm gonna press it, and my intakes come on. These are breathing LEDs from Evan Design. The whole lighting system is from Evan Design. You got a nice little pulse there, and then also these lights back here. When I turn on the intakes, these lights come on. Nice engines there, and the door is opening/closing. There we go. So it closes nicely and opens nicely. The design on this thing is just phenomenal. You can see the angles. How the walls are angled. I think how the original was angled. The original set of the Spindrift interior was angled. You can see it how it does it on this. That's just phenomenal. And of course, I like those walls. Those are nice and accurate. Those lights there. Cockpit. No seat swivel. It's just they're glued in place. And that little wall, or that ceiling right there, I made that out of a PETG, 0.030 PETG, I think. And for dividers, I just used electrical tape, cut it, kind of made it like that, just to kind of give it an illusion in there that have that look. And so this thing is completely battery operated. This battery here, pull that out, and then I've got a battery pack here. I'll pull that one out as well. This battery pack is to turn on and off the interior lighting and console lighting. Your intakes are still on, your back passenger wall is on, and also your engines are on. So that one powers that one, and then of course this one powers the intakes. So yeah. Why did I do 2 batteries? For one, I think it was straining a little bit on one battery doing all of this, so I divided it up. That's one reason, and just to have to have it divided up. Sometimes you might just want illumination in there, and then you may not want those on, because sometimes those weren't on in the show. Pretty interesting. So turn those on, and then I just simply put those back in there. This thing, with a few modifications, I'm able to completely make this thing completely battery powered. There we go. Just pop that in right there. And it just fit nice and snug right in there. And then over here is your sound from Starling Technologies. The same system I used for that Spindrift, I used on this one. All the little electronics things are inside there, which can be pulled out if you need to for maintenance or whatever. That's the battery for that. And I made up this little switch platform thing, which this is originally this is the closet, so it's just space that's just not being used. So I decided to kind of build this up and make switches. So you got 2 switches here, and I'm gonna flip this one on. This is just gonna make the system active. And then this right here, this switch right here, is going to turn on the sound. And then, as usual, flip this switch. Turns off. Winds down. And you want to turn it on again. So I'm gonna turn it off, but when you turn it off, remember to flip that up so those batteries won't be drained. And again, that was from Starling Technologies. If I had said so, I'll say it again. That was from Starling Technologies. I like the way they did this design right here, way this, I think you call them window wells here, are built into this top piece. I like that. Very cool. I use PETG for the windows, also here too. And again, remember that this thing was completely filament printed, meaning it had, horrible print lines in it that had to be addressed. That includes everything, interior and everything. It was all filament printed. So that was a little bit of a task to get nice and smooth as we can. It reminds me a whole lot of Mr. Randy Cooper's interior, so much. just the way everything keys in place and is designed and everything, it just looks so much like it. I took out this, it had a ceiling right here. I'm sure if anybody knows the Gambody Spindrift design, they got ceilings right here with those AC vents, just like I put on mine, minus the ribbon, if you understand what I'm saying. On this one, it really obstructs the top from laying on perfectly. And no matter how I did it, I tried several different things, and just the top would just do somewhat that number, which just not good. Not good. It just seems like the Spindrift seems to have that issue with those two ends meeting for whatever reason. I'm not sure what it is, but I took those off, and that pretty much eliminated that problem that I had for me personally. So I really do like this spaceship. I like this design. This is just amazing. I would like to build one in the studio size version. That would be fun. All striping is painted. There's no decals. It's all painted. I will say that these C decals, they did come from Gary Stair. He was gracious and kind enough to send me some decals for this thing. I really do appreciate him doing that. But yeah, those C decals are completely from him. The striping, I used white for the big stripe, and I used dark sea gray for the darker stripe. Dome's pretty interesting. It's filament printed, but it's really interesting. It's for being filament printed and clear. It's not bad at all. So yeah, I really did enjoy this. Everything keys in place. Everything is just really nice. So whoever designed this Spindrift did an amazing job. I cannot sing this thing's praises enough. This isn't 24 inches like the 24-inch Spindrift. This is the 20-inch. So if Mobius comes out with one, I think this is basically the size it will be. So a quick look at the bottom of it. For the orange color, I used rustic orange from Rust-Oleum. It just seems like to be the best. And I clear coated it with this. And that's pretty much all that she wrote. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you enjoy this for many years to come. He is a regular here on this channel. When I post videos, he usually comments on every single video, and I really appreciate him doing that. And check out his YouTube channel too, which is super cinema vault in it, because this video is dedicated to Mr. Jim. I really appreciate him letting me build this ship for him. So yeah, y'all do that. Y'all please feel free to send Jim some love over at Super Cinema Vault. He's got a YouTube channel. He puts up little video clips of different movies and TV shows and stuff. It's really cool. So y'all be sure to check him out. I know he'd appreciate it. Well, alright folks, I believe that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough on this Spindrift model. All I got to say for it is it's a nice model. I would probably like to see it in resin. Of course, resin printed would probably make it more brittle, I'm not sure, but that filament print's a little bit challenging to get filled, especially all that interior detail stuff, which is something, but it's doable. It's doable. I did it with, you know, the filler primer, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm really pleased to be able to send this off to my good client Jim, and I know he'll enjoy it. I really appreciate y'all watching so very much, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And so I guess I'll let you go until the next time I see y'all. Beautiful people, please stay safe, take care, and remember to always keep modeling, okay? See y'all soon.